Hello, everybody. Good morning. Thanks for having me here. The truth is, I would rather be flipping through the air, trying to recatch a trapeze bar, and here talking to you today. Um, I started a nonprofit, and my name is Emily Barber. The nonprofit's name is Staging Herd, but I'm a circus performer and circus coach by trade. That's where my skill set and my expertise lie. Not in fundraising, grants, financials, marketing, any of that. That's a whole new world to me. So why am I here? The answer is passion and that I've found something that I believe in. It all began when I traveled to the Middle East for the first time many years ago. I expected culture shock to some degree. I expected different food, different customs, different ways of wording. But what surprised me most was something a lot more subtle, and that was the way women were treated over there. They were relegated to kind of second-class citizens. They were expected to step back and settle for less, to dream smaller. I grew up in a pretty egalitarian ranching society in southern Colorado, so I found this both disturbing and foreign. In subsequent years, as my circus career took me around the world in various capacities, I started seeing the same pattern in a lot of developing countries, even in places where circus is supposed to break down barriers and bring kind of equality for people. Um, the women I met, these passionate women, they were pushed to the sidelines and marginalized. They were given less training and smaller roles and fewer chances to shine. I met them, I heard their stories, and they wanted more. They felt unseen, and their society was telling them that they didn't belong on stage. So, somewhere along the way, I started to ask, can I do something to change this? Can I do something to help? Can I use my experience, my connections in the circus world, my love of circus to create a space where these women could step into the spotlight they deserve? And that question turned into an idea. And through a lot of brainstorming and talking with different colleagues in my professional circles, and a lot of planning, and then kind of some picks from some of my colleagues as well, Staging Her was born. We got our 501c3 nonprofit status a little over a year ago, February 2024. And our program is designed to give women from developing countries a launching pad, an opportunity to train and perform and prove to themselves and the world just how powerful they are. So no, I'm not an expert in nonprofit management, but I am an expert in knowing what happens when someone believes in you and pushes you and gives you the tools you need to succeed. And that's why I'm here, to make sure that these incredible individual women that I've met already since we started the program get this chance, because I've seen what they can do and they do belong center stage. This is a picture of me performing in Palestine. And this was one of the transformative moments, I think, being part of this festival and seeing the different ways that the young boys and young girls were treated in school and performance and workshops we put on. So it was a very eye-opening experience for me. I have too many things and too few hands. Thank you, sir. This was another transformative moment. I'm teaching workshop in Kenya there, and I kind of saw the same thing in Kenya. And if you'll notice, there is a young man on the silks. In a lot of these developing countries, they don't have multiple apparatuses. Their classes, they have one apparatus and they all have to share it. And you see there is a group of girls standing in the background that interested, but they're kind of, they're pushed to the side. The boys are more rambunctious. The boys take the priority in a lot of these bunches. It's another moment where I was really wanting to change things. So, This is our motto at Staging Her. We are a nonprofit organization that envisions a world where young women from developing countries rise beyond barriers, harnessing the transformative power of circus to tell their stories, defy expectations, and inspire change. How we are doing that. Our inaugural program is set to launch hopefully in September, October of this year. We had to move up our timeline due to some logistics issues with our Palestinian candidates. We were going to do March and April of next year. And then in order to get a better chance at visas, we're trying to move that up to this year. We've identified 8 participants from different countries, including Zambia, Senegal, Palestine, Lebanon, Rwanda, Ethiopia. I think I got them all. And these young women are absolutely incredible. They have been a joy to work with. They're so talented, so passionate. And it has been so fun getting to know them even up to this point. We are hoping to bring them over to Colorado for a 2-month program. The first month will be spent in Salida with our partner Elemental 5. It's a training gym there. And then after training for a month, we're going to spend the second month touring with a professional show around the state of Colorado. The probable cities are Salida, Colorado Springs, Denver, and Grand Junction. In order to fund each of these participants, including their travel, their visas, their lodging, venue rental during our performance tour, it's going to take about $10,000 per girl to get this done. All of our candidates are below the poverty line. None of them can afford this by themselves, so they will be fully scholarshiped by Staging Her. As I've gotten to know each of these young women personally, it's inspired me even more than the original idea has. And I was so excited to hopefully get to speak a little bit more individually with you guys and tell you about their journeys and their stories, because it is their passion that has brought me here today. And they are the reason that I am here speaking with you instead of flipping through the air, as I normally do Wednesday mornings. Thank you.